Here we are. It's us. We're in a whole different place. We're all the way out here in what is this? What's this town called? Longmont. Longmont, Colorado. Not far from Boulder, Colorado. And we're in a whole studio now. Cause why? Cause we're on tour, and you can't just go back to Joe's house in the middle of your tour to do your live stream. It turns out. But we're very excited to do an away game right now. So thank you for joining us. This is Carsey right here. Right there you have Patrick, and over here you have Joe. And in the booth right now we have John and Chris. And in the far away booth, the long distance booth, we have another John. So pretty good spread of people helping us with this thing. Yeah, so anyway, here's some songs. Jesus Christ was a handsome man. He had nothing to hide. He said, give bread to the hungry. Bring the homeless inside. Jesus Christ was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died. Saying, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Dr. King was a preacher. He had God on his side. He said, all God's children are brothers. Don't cast your brother aside. Dr. King was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died. Saying, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Well, there ain't nothing more criminal than kindness. And there ain't nothing more valuable than blindness. And they'll make anyone a martyr who remind us everybody got a right to be free. Be good to the people. Be good to the people now. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. 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 Sending that one out to the House of Representatives today. A day late, unfortunately. I have to do a couple of little sound adjustments, and while I do that, I'm going to ask you, viewers out in internet land, to do the following adjustment, which is please share this with your friends. If you like your friends, you may want to share this with them because they might not be having that great of a day, and you are about to have such a great day because you're going to be hanging out with these dumb guys. So share it on your Facebook, share it on your YouTubes, maybe make a little comment. These guys are so funny, haha, look at her hair, it's crazy. And then your friends can watch too. And the adjustment I would like to make is the talkback muted right now?
It was. It is not now.
Can
so
you?
I can talk to you.
Okay, great. As long as it's muted while we're playing,
yes,
that would be fabulous. And then
Were you hearing us talking here?
I was.
Oh shit!
I was hearing you guys. Are just participants. Only we know they're participating. I still want more bass too. Joe, can you play a little? I still want even more bass, you guys. I can't get enough of it, and I love it so much. And Joe is my dear friend, and I want to know what he's doing over there in his little seat with his little jacket on. Nice. There's some bass.
That's some spicy bass.
That is spicy. That feels good. I like that. So, as you may know if you've been watching these live streams, we normally don't have very many dials to dial because we're just at Joe's studio, and we set it and forget it because we got to do the show. But here we're in a real studio, which I believe is called Cinder Sounds.
That is correct.
Cinder Sounds of Longmont, Colorado is hosting us today, and so we're excited to have more stuff to fiddle with. Anywho, let's do some other songs. How about? Let's do Party at the End of the World. We have been on tour now for ever, I guess. 2 weeks, basically ever, for so long. 15 years. It's been 15 years that we've been on tour now. Since we all got vaccinated and were allowed to go on tour, that was 15 years ago. And this has been a fun one for us because it just still feels like the end of the world, doesn't it? So it's good to have a party about it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. I'm getting notes from our other behind-the-scenes people that the talkback was also on the stream, which is cool because now everybody knows John and Chris as well. It's like, there's a whole team that goes into these things. And in the pandemic, the team had to be only people in our pod, but it's kind of exciting now that we get an expanded pod to run these things. And speaking of that, you can still donate. We did these we called them rent parties for the first, I believe, 14 months that we did these because we didn't have any gigs and we wanted to pay the guys as rent. And you guys made that possible for 14 entire pandemic months. And then we got vaccinated and we were like, okay, I guess shows are back. And so we've still been doing these because a lot of people are not ready to go out to live shows yet. And also a lot of people live in countries other than the U.S. Did you know that? Most really, people do not live in the United States, it turns out. Whoa. So, and so far we're only touring in the United States, and so we want to be able to play songs for all you other people in other parts of the world. And therefore, my point is, and I do have one, if you like this show and you like our music and you like what we do, you should consider sending us some money if you have any money rattling around. We're in the middle of a tour right now, and that's why we're doing it from this studio, this away game. And because we're on tour, I really want to be able to pay these guys their tour rate, because you know what? They work hard and they do a good job. And I also want to be able to pay this studio because studios also work hard, and not the studios themselves, but the guys that run them. So we do have a goal this time, and it is $1,000, nice round number, and that is what it will take to pay everybody their regular rate to do this show, just like it was a real show, but we're out on the road. And it'll be really great if we can meet that goal, because that means we can keep doing live streams from tour. Because you know what? Now that we're touring all the goddamn time, it turns out. Which is an absolute blessing, and I would never even consider complaining about it, because it's a really fun job. Anyway, so send some money. You can do Venmo or PayPal or Cash App, any of those. Anywho, what do we do about Down in the Streets?
We play it.
Good idea. Mama, it's a disaster, going faster and faster, and all of my heroes turning out to be bastards. Ain't no peace to be found in this company town, 'cause the house will keep winning till we burn the house down. So all my friends in the streets tonight, we go singing. All my friends who are down and out, we're gonna fight for all our friends in the upper berth.
tonight. Down in the streets tonight.
That's right. Yeah, guys. Oh, man. You may notice, I don't know if you will notice this, but I certainly notice it. My voice has got a little extra, like, and it's sexy. But also I can't quite hit some notes that I always can normally. And you know why that is? It's because I'm singing a lot. You know why I'm singing a lot? Because we're on tour. Oh, my gosh. What a great time to be alive. So we've been, this last couple weeks, what did we do? Where were we? Anyone know where we are?
Phoenix, Los Angeles, Berkeley,
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Gail McNulty was there, actually, she says.
Gail.
Hi,
Back
Gail.
to Los Angeles.
Oh, we were at the Kennedy Center. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Right. We were in
Oh.
Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh, good. A lot of people, yeah. So we've been a bunch of places. Any highlights? You guys want to share any highlights?
We got haunted by a ghost in Shirley, Massachusetts.
Yes. That was interesting.
I like that was a highlight and not a low light.
What was his name?
We did get haunted by a ghost. Harold? No.
Neil?
Neil?
Vinny?
It was there's a ghost. Okay, we played a place called the Bull Run in Shirley, Massachusetts, and we did a sound check and it was fine and normal, and then we went on the stage to play the show, and I made the mistake of saying something about how the place was haunted. I was like, this place is so cool and obviously haunted. Haha. And then my mic went out. And they couldn't get it back on for like 15 minutes.
We had to leave the stage.
We had to leave the stage
it was an
and come back
emergency.
to it. So, yeah, that was a good haunting. Oh, I know one. I got a tattoo.
Yeah.
Woo, it's a fish.
It's official.
I got a new tattoo in LA.
Oh.
It's a fish. Oh, very, very good joke. Very good.
I'm good at that.
Another highlight. A couple people just mentioned this in the comments, so I think we should play it. We played the Kennedy Center a couple weeks ago, and and Senator Joe Manchin was in the audience. Somebody told us that backstage, and so we got to kind of stick it to him live. Not that it worked, as we now know, but
He has no soul.
it's because he doesn't have a soul. People with no soul, it's very hard to, try to excite their sense of compassion or even of public shame. Public shaming doesn't work that well on soulless people. But we will play for you now the song that we played for him, just so you can enjoy with us the fact that we got to say it to him at all. The first verse is not for any politician. The first verse is for like a regular kind of just annoying asshole guy who's just doesn't even have any political power, but he still bums you out. And then the second verse is for Joe Manchin now. 1, 2. There are good men in this world, I don't need to be told. I like 'em wide and handsome, with hearts of solid gold. But I don't give a half a damn for lying, cheating fools. And you've been dealing with the devil, so now I got to deal with you. And you can take that devil talking dirty mouth, take it out this house and drive it south. And you can take that beat up out-of-tune guitar and put it in the backseat of that ugly beat-up car. And when you get to Louisiana, I'll have told your mama too. You've been dealing with the devil, so now she got to deal with you. Tell him, Joe. Talking dirty mouth, take it out my house and drive it south. And you can take that beat up out-of-tune guitar and put it in the backseat of that ugly beat up car. And when you get to Louisiana, I'll have told your woman too. You've been dealing with the devil, and now she got to deal with you. Well, there are good men in this world, it ain't all lies and sin. choice, 'cause they don't never win.
Yeah, you're right.
And the devil don't know half the tricks you politicians do. But you've been dealing with the devil. Now we got to deal with you. Now you could take that double talking, filibustering, can't pass legislation mouth. Well, you could take it out this house and drive it south. You heard? Now you could take that money-grubbing war machine, put it in the backseat of that big black limousine. And when you get to West Virginia, we'll have told them people too. You've been dealing with the devil. Now we got to deal with you. Honey, you've been dealing with the devil. Now we got to deal with you. I said you've been dealing with the devil. Now we got to deal with you. Well, we tried. You know, I'm sad that you didn't get to hear Joe's mouth solo on my microphone. Usually when we do the song live, Joe gets to come over to my mic, which is usually a lot louder. And it's a really spectacular mouth solo done in the style of Roger Miller. He usually does a high kick as well. So if you want to see all that, you should really come to a live show. There's a lot of them coming up. And there are some of the states you can see right here: Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and not safe for work. Yeah, we're really playing a lot of places. So we're tomorrow night we play Denver, Colorado, and I mentioned that because that show was sold out for about 3 months, and then at the last minute the venue was like, oh, actually, should we do it in the bigger room? So now it's in a bigger room, which means it's unsold out. So it's at Swallow Hill in the big room, which means you can buy tickets again for all of your friends in Denver. And then we're doing like a whole Midwest tour, and then we're finally playing Philly. The Philly World Cafe show has been on our schedule for now over 2 years, I believe. And now we finally get to play it. That one is sold out, though. So if you're in the Pennsylvania area, you can either come to the show in Lidditz, or there's one now, a Christmas show at Sellersville Theater in December. We're doing 2 Christmas shows. It's called the Cheerpocalypse, and it's a holiday party at the end of the world with special guests. There's also going to be like hot toddies and mulled wine being sold in the lobby, I happen to know. I'm going to interview some of my friends. It's going to be very cozy and very fun. I'm going to wear this green jumpsuit and play this red guitar. It's pretty holiday appropriate right here. Dang. Anywho, what do you guys want to play? Anybody want to play anything? You guys like songs?
Let's do...
Yes, Aaron, I do have that jumpsuit in every color now. Thanks for asking.
Harbor?
Yeah, let's do Harbor. Okay, Patrick. This is a song from the Buck Up album. And it's about how when you fall in love with somebody, you're like, oh, they're so great, I want to be near them, and I want to love them forever. And then you're also like, this is scary, I'm going to get my heart broken. And we've been playing it in all the shows because it reminds me a little bit of the feeling out in the world right now where everybody's like, oh, can we go be near each other again and like breathe on each other's faces? Great. And then at the same time, you're like, germs, COVID, no, wait, actually, let's don't do that. So it's a time of great conflict. And yet, it's also kind of sweet because I love to see how many people there are at the shows. Those are all the people who are like, you know what? Live music is really important to me, and I'm willing to just, like, take a tiny bit of risk in order to sit in a room next to some other humans and, like, hear people breathing and clapping and then see some people on the stage making sounds. I love that that's an important enough thing for a lot of you guys to come out. It isn't safe out here, it's perfectly clear. I should have known it was a big mistake. I could have stayed at home, not answered the phone, and never given you my heart to break. But lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Hearts are made for breaking, you were made for me. So back hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. We had a lot to learn and courage to burn. We were the cutest little fools in town. I was an awful mess, but you were the best, and I was trying not to let you down. But lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but it ain't what ships are for. Love is for the making. You were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. It can seem insane, the wind and the rain, howling through the dark of the night. But when the stars come out, the darkest of doubts is nothing to the joy of their light. It isn't safe out there, and you're getting scared, and honey, you got every right to be. But the time is now, so steady the prow and go ahead into the mystery. Lovers run to ruin, soldiers run to war. Ships are safe in harbor, but that ain't what ships are for. Hearts are made for breaking. You were made for me. So batten down the hatches, honey, we'll sail away to sea. Thank you. Well, I've already gotten used to claps at the end of songs again. I'm like, wait, where's the... what? But I believe, I have trust, I have faith that you are out there somewhere. Gosh, speaking of people listening to this, there's going to be a after party for patrons at the end of this show. So we're going to play for like an hour and a half, and then we're going to take a little pee break, and then we're going to do a Zoom after party, and it's only for people who are on Patreon. You can sign up. I believe the lowest tier is $3 a month. It might even be $2 a month. I don't actually remember. But it's $2 or $3 a month, which I gotta say, pretty cheap. You probably spend that much on much sillier things. So if you want to come to our after party, sign up on Patreon, and it's an all request after party. So if you're in the comments right now being like, play this song that I like, I do not know that because I'm not currently reading the comments. However, at the Zoom after party, I will be reading the comments. I'll answer questions if you got them. You can ask us weird questions. We'll answer them as a whole band. And we'll play your requests. That will be fun. Gosh, what else? Okay, so we said highlights was being haunted and getting a tattoo. What about lowlights? Anybody want to share?
Driving.
Did we lose anything?
That's a good one, actually. Driving.
I lost a razor.
Pat lost a razor.
On its first usage.
Ooh, I left my
electric.
I left my main pants home.
Oh, you left your main pants
Yeah,
before you
so-
even left. You left your pants at your house.
So Pat lost his nice electric razor, and I lost my nice pants.
Shanna, yes, we will do Together Too Long on the after party Zoom. You got it. Yeah, we lost a razor, we lost some pants, and I think Pat's right. Pat's right. About the driving. I didn't actually miss that, it turns out. And now that we're doing it again, I don't like it. I don't like that part.
Oh, it's bad.
No.
No.
It's like your butt hurts and your back hurts and you feel like a little sardine person when you get out of the car. You're all slimy. You're just like, eh. And we've had a lot of very long driving days because the West Coast is very long. It's very big and the cities are far apart. And that's just how it is. Anyway, Kat says, what time is the Zoom? The Zoom is at, I believe it's 5 p.m. Eastern. In fact, it is, because that's what this banner says. So that's in, I don't know what mountain time is, but we're going to do this show and then take a half an hour break, and then we're going to play that after party. You guys are going to have to do the math on your own. So yes, let's do Hot Night. It's a hot night and I don't feel like sleeping. I got too much commotion running around my mind. Some kinda second sight. See the meaning of everything with the fever of the free and easy in the summertime. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. You got to steal it. Ain't nobody gonna live it for you. You better feel it now. It's a hot night. Hear the dogs in the distance. Hear the men coming down the street, picking up the trash, and it sounds like a fist fight, like a squalid existence. But they're singing in the dawning day like nobody asked. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. You got to steal it. Ain't nobody gonna live it for you. So you better feel it now. It's a hot night and I don't feel like sleeping. Lying next to my lover and I can hear his dreams. I feel like rising bread, like a hot house flower, like I'm drunk on whiskey sour down the street in New Orleans. It's a hot night, lying next to my lover, and there's nowhere tomorrow that I need to get. So I say, not quite. Don't take this night away from me. I don't feel like sleeping. I said I don't feel like sleeping. I said I don't feel like sleeping yet. Yeah. One highlight for me of being on tour is people don't just clap at the end of songs. Sometimes they clap in the song, and sometimes you hear them laugh, and sometimes Pat plays a solo, and the audience is like, yay, Pat! Warms my little heart. Joe, too. Especially the mouth solo, I gotta say, though. The bass solos, they'll always be like, yeah, bass. And then the mouth solo, you're like, yeah. And they're like, ah! But you know what? No accounting for taste.
Gotta hit them where they live. You know?
That's right. You gotta come to them. There's books. Okay, wow. So we're almost halfway to our goal. $1,000 is our goal, and the reason for that goal is we want to pay the musicians for playing music because they've worked really hard at it, and they do a really good job. They even went to college, okay? These guys went to school just to make sounds. Isn't that crazy? It's a crazy thing to do, but they did it.
I have a degree in sounds.
Pat has a degree in sounds. Do you have debt? Do you guys both have school debt?
No? I got
A little
none.
bit.
Joe has a little bit of debt. Pat, you got out of it?
I have no debt.
Did you never have school
I
debt?
never had any school debt.
Good job. Pat did not take on debt to go to music school.
Did not.
Smart guy.
I went to state school.
Nice. Joe, however, is a jazz master, and that's expensive. It's expensive to be a jazz master these days. So anyway, please send us some money so that we can help pay off Joe's student loans. Also, we're paying for this studio because we're not at Joe's house, which is our free studio where we normally live stream. It's not actually free, though, is it? We had to build it with our bare hands.
We did.
So a lot of sweat equity in that, and additionally money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Additionally.
Anyway, so if you like this show and you're having a fun time, you could just send us some money. Pretend like it's a real show. Because you know what? It kind of is. And speaking of shows, so we keep talking about being on tour. That's because we are on tour. Has anybody been to our shows recently? Drop it in the comments. Tell me where you were. Tell me, like, what you liked about it or what your favorite song was or whatever. Like a highlight for you of seeing us play live. I would love to hear about that. And so, with that, let's go ahead and play American Kid. Andrew says, can Joe do jazz hands? No, he can't. That's apparently not one of the things they teach you in jazz master school. Yeah. Are you even a jazz master then? Okay. Wow. Okay, I will play a song in a second. Aaron drove to Berkeley from Oregon.
Oh,
That's really, Aaron, that's
a long
too
drive.
far.
Yeah,
That is too far to
too
go,
far.
my friend. Trust me, I know. We drove just from Berkeley to LA, and that was too far. We were like, no thank you. 6 hours? I don't think so.
Heck.
So good on you. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for coming all the way to Berkeley to see us. What an honor. We're going to do American Kid, and before we do, I'm just going to bitch a tiny bit about the bill that was just passed in the House
Yeah.
and now is going on to the Senate. Is that how this works?
I forget.
Which is just a really carved out version of the like huge, gigantic piece of infrastructure legislation that originally the Democrats proposed, which had a bunch of cool stuff in it. And now it has some cool. It's not like there's nothing cool in it. It's just that this may have been the one chance in our lifetimes to pass actually progressive legislation, like legislation that the other parts of the world that have money would be like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah, paid family leave. We all have that. Child tax credit was one of the big ones I really wanted to see make it in there, and it's only in there for one more year instead of just in perpetuity. Because I guess the Democrats are like, we'll put it in for a year, and then surely we will again be in power, and we can extend it further. I got news for you, Democrats. You fumbled the ball yet again. So congratulations on that. Anyway, here's a song about American Kid. I'm going to dedicate it to the demise of the child tax credit. Once an American kid, growing up on hollow ground, rode to the river on a pretty red horse in a pretty little country town. But I grew up fast and cast my vote for the president, and I had my doubts, but I still had hope. Until I read the finer print. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. Papers too, and I see them on the TV screen, and maybe they know not what they do, but I wish they'd say what they mean. We stole this nation fair and square, and a whole lot of people in chains, but it was all for the glory of God, I swear, and the glory of capital gains. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. loves all the boys and girls. God knows America won't. I hear them holler in my head. Can you hear that lonesome sound? Well, it may be true that we made our bed, but I ain't taking it lying down. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. God help the American kid. You know? I'm so mad at the Democrats, you guys. I know I should be more mad at the Republicans, but it's like they're just being evil, and they always said they were evil, and they're doing what they said they would do, and it's all just very clear. They think it's bad to help people, and they don't want to help anyone. And I'm like, all right, at least we know where you stand. I hate how the Democrats are always talking about what's politically possible. I'm like, you guys get to decide that. It's up to you what is politically possible, because you are the politicians. And then they're like, hey, media, pretend like this isn't possible to pass. And the media's like, well, not everyone likes the child tax credit. And we're like, you know what? Actually, almost everyone does like it. And if they had it, they would definitely like it. So anyway, it just bums me out. I'm a little bummed out today. We should do a funny one. Let's see. Let's do jacket. This has an apropos line in it, in fact. I've been not quite a Democrat for a long time now. Oh, people are saying a lot of nice stuff about our shows in the comments. Oh, Nashville was great. Godfrey Daniels, that was a fun one. Oh, yeah. A little tiny show. A lot of Nashville people. Cool. The Winery Boston way back in August, and the Word Barn in New Hampshire. Word Barn was a really fun show. I remember that one because we were getting rained on, we were very cold and wet, but it was still really fun. Excuse me. Saw you in Seattle right before the lockdown in 2020. Got it. Aw. And then your mom saw us in Santa Cruz on Wednesday. Nice. Quick note for Seattle, because someone also mentioned driving from Oregon to Berkeley to see us. We are actually coming to Portland and Seattle finally in February, and tickets are on sale now. We're playing like really nice venues up there. Woo! Man, we just hope we can stick this landing and keep playing these nice-ass venues, because Lord knows we've played all kinds of venues, and they're all lovely in their own way. But last night we played E-Town in Boulder, and that was so comfy. They were so nice to us. They had all kinds of gear that they let us use. Yeah. The green room was comfy. There was like a lady in there being like, would you like some champagne? Can I get you a sandwich? And we really like that. Because we're a little bit divas now. Yeah. It's partly the lockdown. It's partly the part where we've already been touring for 20 years before the lockdown, and it was hard, and it hurt our backs, and now we're not as young as we used to be. We like to be.
No more gas station pizza for us.
We don't always want to eat gas station pizza. Just
not
maybe
since
once.
Wednesday.
Maybe once per tour, but not every day. So anyway, we're really happy to be playing in these nice-ass venues, and we hope that you keep coming to them, because then they'll keep letting us play in them. Anywho, what did I say? Jacket. That's right. Took a good long drive down the NJ Pike, thinking why you gotta be the type of boy I like. Why you act so dumb, all the books you read. You got a body like that, but you're living in your head. I make a quick pit stop at the Miley picture. Say you got a girl, I don't see you with her. Say you want a drink, but I want something stiffer. You say I ought to keep it clean, I ain't a Swiffer. Well, I like your shirt, I like your jacket. I like to think about you when I whack it. It doesn't hurt, ain't nothing to it. Call me when you add up a thinking, honey, let's do it. Yeah, I wanna do it to you. stick. I said, you look so good, you're about to make me sick. We tried to take a walk, but it was too much. You only wanna talk, you know I'm gonna wanna touch. We tried to have a chat, but it was too scary. You're just a Democrat, I'm a revolutionary. Well, I like your shirt, I like your jacket. I like to think about you when I whack it. It doesn't hurt, ain't nothing to it. Call me when you adding up a thinking, honey. Jacket. I like to think about you and I like your shirt. I like your jacket. I like to think about you and I like your shirt. I like your jacket. Ooh, yeah. Spicy. You're just a Democrat. Yeah. I forget what I'm supposed to say, so we'll just play another song. Oh, that's it. Thanks, John. We've raised $740 of our $1,000 goal. That's super fabulous. We're almost there, 75% of the way. That's easy math right there. $1,000 is the perfect number because then I can always do the math just so fast. So yeah, if you haven't donated and you're enjoying this, please donate some money if you have any money. If you don't have any money, don't send us any. Obviously. Goes without saying. Definitely watch the show if you're broke too, to be clear. But if you aren't broke, go ahead and send us some money. Somebody said that Berkeley was a great show, and Sarah said that Salmon Fest was a great show.
Oh,
Do you even remember that?
Salmon
Does anyone
Fest.
remember August? We got to go to Alaska.
I ate a lot of smoked salmon.
We really ate a
so
lot of
good.
salmon. It's just how you think it might be. You go to Salmon Fest, and they feed you so much salmon, and it's wonderful. That was a really nice one.
Yeah.
Whoa, bad news from Julie. She says the Molly Pitcher is currently closed.
Under renovation.
But she will
Oh.
emerge from the
Whoa.
ashes.
Dang, that's definitely my favorite travel plaza. But
In the
you
meantime,
can always...
go to the Grover Cleveland.
I was going to say the Richard Stockton, but yeah.
I like the Edison.
I like the, what is it? Alvin Eiler? Albert Eiler?
Yeah.
The Alvin Ailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that one's always good.
Yeah.
I love
Ooh.
that one. Yeah.
Somebody brought a new fan to the Berkeley show, and she lulled at I Ain't a Swiffer. Nice. Good to bring friends who don't know the jokes yet, because they'll be fresh for you then. Saw you twice in New Hampshire. Thanks for coming. Both were great. Oh, thank you. Well, that's nice. What a lot of nice people going to our shows. Kathleen says, I hope you can get to the UK. And I'm glad you said that because it looks like I actually am going to get to the UK, possibly even twice in 2022. We have a couple of possibilities on the table. The only one we've confirmed so far is a small festival in England, and it is in July. And we're trying to build enough of a tour around it that I can bring these guys. Because, tell you what, the only thing better than drinking a tiny coffee in Europe is drinking a tiny coffee with your friends.
Yeah.
Ain't that right?
Or a big, flat, room temperature pint.
Big old flat beer. Mm.
Yes.
All right, let's play that boy.
That's right.
On, two. That boy wears his clothes too tight. He goes out drinking every night. Comes home singing and picking fights. That's a sight to see. That boy, well, he's always broke. Makes a crack, then he laughs at his joke. Looks like hell, he smells like smoke. But that don't bother me, 'cause he's wild and he's reckless. Got all on his sleeve out the sides of Texas. It's ill-advised and it's unexpected, but just for old time's sake, I wanna make one last mistake. I wanna make one last mistake. I wanna make one last mistake. I used to be that kind of girl. Honey, I was a real live wire. And I thought that I had a band grown. But there ain't no outrunning all of that damn desire for that boy. Yeah. Na 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 na. That boy. Na na na. Hey. Na 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 na. That boy. Yeah.
I'm talking about that boy.
Hey, that boy. Na 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 na. We have fun.
I am doing the better deed.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Yeah, music. I still like it. I'll be honest with you, I still like it. I do. I know I've talked about this on other live streams, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it again. So the pandemic has been long. It's still happening. The lockdown portion I found rather confronting, it turns out. I didn't like being at home a lot, and I didn't like being in my house so much. And the thing that I disliked the most of all, friends, it turns out, was not playing shows on tour. My mental health suffered pretty severely. Got into therapy, though. That was good, probably, in the long run. It wasn't good at the time. It's not like a fun thing to do, but I think it's probably a good thing to have done and continue doing. But I tell you what is the best therapy of all. It is getting to play music for people again. I just really like it. I don't know what to tell you. I just think it's fun.
It is fun.
You know?
I'll definitely take it.
Yeah. It's a fun job.
Put
It's
it in
a
the cart.
It's a hard job too, but as I often try to remind myself, every job is a hard job. This one is also fun. So I think we win. And thank you for making that possible. Anything anybody wants to play right now?
About fat and happy.
Fit and happy.
Happy.
Frit and happy. This one's for all the mean people out there.
Don't.
Don't. When I'm fat and happy and high on the hog, will you still be moaning like a three-legged dog? Will you still be lying like a bump on a log? When I'm fat and happy and high on the hog. Neener, 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 neener. When I'm fat and happy and rich as a roo, will you know of anything better to do? Will you still be crying 'cause you haven't a clue why I'm fat and happy and rich as a roo? Well, I heard lately you've been talking trash. I guess you wanted somebody to bash. I say I better go and make amends, 'cause your words may be bitter when you eat them all down. When I'm fat and happy and hitting it big, will you still be whining like a suckling pig? Or will you be begging to get on the gig when I'm fat and happy and hitting it big? La 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 la
Oh.
I guess maybe you should make amends, 'cause your words may be when I'm fat and happy and famous as fuck. Will you still be honking like a cannon duck? Or will you be crying 'cause you shit out of luck?
Shit.
When I'm fat and happy and famous as fuck. La 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 la. When I'm fat and happy We nailed that one, I think. It's pretty clear. Okay, then. Somebody asked us to play So Long New Orleans like a while ago, and I don't know if they're still here, but we could play it now.
But we are.
But I'll tell you who is, though.
I'll tell you.
Oh, and let me take this tuning break to mention again that if you have another request that we haven't played and we don't play it, you can come to the Patreon after party. You can request it there. And you'll get a whole other shot, probably a way better shot at us playing it. Usually at the Patreon after parties, they're on Zoom. We usually have 30 or 40 people, which is a small enough group that we can actually kind of chat and hang out and read the comments and stuff. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is sign up on Patreon. Starts at $3 a month. You'll also get my new songs as soon as I write them and have a second to post them. Those of you who are patrons, I hope that you're not too mad at me. We've been touring a lot, and being on tour is not a great time to do computer stuff, I've found. Maybe when we have a tour bus and a driver, it'll be different. We'll have Wi-Fi on the bus. But right now, we're in a little Jeep SUV, and it's just us three guys. We do not have Wi-Fi in the Jeep. And we find ourselves driving long distances and then playing the show and then loading out and then going to sleep and then waking up early and doing it again. So I haven't posted very much on Patreon, but I have a backlog of stuff to give you guys. So be patient. I think I have at least 3 things to post in the next couple weeks. I will be home on Monday night. So Tuesday, Wednesday, you can expect some more postage. New Orleans is crazy. There's nothing she won't do. And if you hang around with her, she'll make you do it too. From the mouth of the Mississippi to the banks of Pontchartrain, black and greasy be thy heart, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name. Ain't she just the sweetest thing you've seen? So long, New Orleans. So long, New Orleans. There ain't nowhere better. There ain't nowhere worse. And when you think she's blessing you, you're bound to get her curse. She'll feed you at a table, she'll show you to her room. But are you rocking in her cradle or rotting in her tomb? Rotting in her tomb. Ain't she just the sweetest thing you've seen? So long, New Orleans. So long, New Orleans. New Orleans is tragic. There's nothing she won't lose. If she ain't taking water, she's giving us the blues. From the mouth of the Mississippi to the banks of Pontchartrain, black and greasy be thy heart, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy that just reminded me of another highlight of this tour, which is that we got to have a studio day in LA with our friend Tyler Chester, who is the guy who produced the Love and Rage album, which includes that song. Excuse me, burp off the mic, not on the mic. With Tyler Chester and also with a drummer named Jay Belleros, who's also the guy that played on the recording of So Long New Orleans. And he's really cool and like kind of a legend. And we got to hang out in the studio with him and just talk trash, talk about pandemic stuff and how weird it all is. And we got to record a whole new song. Maybe we should even play that right now. Hey,
Let's do it.
how's that for a segue?
In this?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be in G.
Cool.
So this song is a fairly new one. It is up on Patreon, but it's not recorded. It's not released yet. We just recorded it last week, so it's not on the internet except on Patreon. And it's a bit of a sad one. I'll be honest with you. But I think it's a good kind of sad because it's a song about grief and about grieving, and I wrote it about what my family's been going through since my grandparents passed away last year. Lost 2 grandparents to COVID, and I know a lot of people out there in internet land have lost people as well, either to COVID or to regular things, because apparently, even in a pandemic where thousands of people are dying every day, people also still die of regular stuff, which to me just seems messed up. I feel like, no, you should have a moratorium on regular kinds of death as long as COVID's out there. But anyway, death, it's going around, so there's a lot of grieving going around as well. And so this one is for that. It's called When Somebody's Gone. Tune.
What channel's that in?
Can you actually bump that up from back there? Because I'm maxed on this one. Thank you. You wake up in the early morning, pour yourself a cup of something sweet. Then you go out in the air and see what's growing in the early summer heat. Somewhere a broken record's playing memories like half-forgotten songs. When somebody's gone, you stack up all the books and papers, photographs and stories that you know. Then you pack up all the boxes and you sweep the floor, and then it's time to go. Take all the things they saved and treasured, put them in a pile on the lawn. When somebody's gone, and they say your heart won't always hurt, but they don't say how long. Ain't it strange the body turns to dirt while love goes on and on. When somebody's gone, when somebody's gone. Never the sun goes down and something comes to serve as a reminder. Of all the things you could have said and done, if you were just a little kinder. It's plain to see that kindness was the only thing that mattered all along. When somebody's gone, and they say your heart won't always hurt, but they don't say how long. Ain't it strange the body turns to dirt while love goes on and on. When somebody's gone, when somebody's gone, when somebody's gone, when somebody's gone. That's a sad song. It's kind of a sad song. Yes. Oh my gosh. Amazing comment. Peggy says, can you please play All My Love for Mike, who donated a portion of his liver to me in February and saved my life?
Oh my god.
I think we can do that.
Yes.
I think that's the least we can do.
Thanks, Mike.
That's awesome. Absolutely. This was my favorite one that we did last night, by the way, guys. This one felt really good.
Nice.
It's weird playing shows because you do the same songs over and over again. When you're on a tour, you do them every night. But you never know what you're going to get. You don't know which one's going to be fun, which one's going to suck, which one's going to be weird with that audience, which one's going to be awesome. It keeps it fresh, I think. You're technically doing the same thing every day, but it feels very different. So this is for you, Mike. The sun is going down, so there ain't no way around it now. All your kisses are a sign, saying this will be the last time. But if I had 1,000 years of kissing you, it might not be enough. Honey, don't turn out the light. Let me try tonight to give you all my love. Now the moon is coming out, so there isn't any doubt now, with your body touching mine, and your eyes are full of moonshine. If I had 1,000 years to look at you, it might not be enough. Honey, don't turn out the light. Let me try tonight to give you all my love. All my love. and nobody's keeping score. So you wonder what you fight for. But if we had 1,000 years to love this world, it might not be enough. Honey, don't give up the fight. Shine that little light. Give it all your love. Honey, don't give up the fight. Shine that little light. Give it all your love. Oh, my love. Oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, my love. Oh, my love. Oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, my love. Yeah. Oh, I like singing with you guys. You sound nice. It sounds good. Oh. Oh, sweetness. Okay. We got just time for a few more here, I think. Oh my gosh, we're so close to the goal. We have $35 to go, and boom, everybody gets paid like professionals. I love that. I love being paid like a professional. Been paid like an amateur for long enough. Thank you guys so much for donating and for hanging out with us still. This has got to be like the 20th one of these or something, right? When?
Definitely.
What year is it? What?
1997.
How long is time? How long has
1865.
time been happening now?
Well, in Colorado time.
In Mountain Time, this is the 21st live stream. Eastern Time, it's the 20th. It's very confusing, but just believe me, it's all true.
In metric time, this is the 37.5th.
That's right.
Because of latency, they haven't even heard any of these in Asia yet. Yeah.
These guys know.
Yeah. Science.
Hey, let's do Fishing With You.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a song that now I wrote a long time ago, kind of. I wrote this back in April of 2020, probably 15 years ago in metric time. And I wrote it because one of my very favorite songwriters, I don't pick very favorites, but certainly one of my biggest influences as a songwriter, John Prine, he passed away from COVID-19 back in April of 2020. He was probably the first person that I knew who died of COVID. And it hit me really hard. It hit all of us really hard. And so the very next day, I wrote him a little song. Ooh, and it's so much. There's so much of this now. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. There we go. That's worse. There we go. Hey, John Prine, thanks for the tunes. They were sweet as peaches, crazy as loons. You were telling us how to be good to each other. A smart ass, smiling, aimless lover. But it's rough down here since we got the news. Might take a miracle to cure these blues. Everybody been crying like a little girl in the whole wide, big old goofy world. But tonight, heaven is a happier place. They were all sick of singing Amazing Grace. Now it's fish and whistle, lean on me. Everybody singing in harmony. Tonight in heaven it must be nice. They're all eating peaches in paradise. All of them angels lined up in a queue just to go fishing with you. Just to go fishing with you. Hey, John Prine, one more thing. You're the one who made us all Yeah, guys. All right, we got time for one more and then one last final finale one. Anything anybody wants to play that we haven't played?
Looking at the list.
Yeah, can you see
Let's
it?
do Ain't No Sin.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah, my friend. Oh, boy. Sally is so excited to see us next weekend. What even is next weekend? Milwaukee? We don't know.
Milwaukee.
We will be somewhere in the Midwest. And yeah, we will play this song. We've been playing this every single night because people just love the heck out of John Prine, and I know how they feel. So it feels good to sing it all in a room and people get to cry, and it feels better to cry in a group than alone, I find. Sometimes I cry. It's nice. This one is from the new record. The song's called Ain't No Sin. Joe wrote it with me. This guy right here. This guy. Boom. I just have to look at this. Okay, good. We're good. 1, 2, 3. Well, my mama said that I ought to be committed, and my daddy said that I ought to go to church, and the preacher said that I ought to be repentant till the day they lay me down in the dirt. But when I go and I get to heaven, well, I know that I'm gonna get in, 'cause I'm just the way the good Lord made me. And it might be crazy, but it ain't no sin. No, it ain't no sin. Well, maybe I lay with the wrong kind of lover. Got an aching heart and a worrying mind, and I ain't obeyed my father and mother, but I tell the truth and I try to be kind. So when I go and I get to heaven, well, I know that I'm gonna get in, 'cause I'm just the way the good Lord made me. And it might be crazy, but it ain't no sin. Ain't no sin. Hallelujah. How sweet the sound. I was lost, and now I'm found. When I go and get to heaven, well, I know that I'm gonna get in, 'cause I'm just the way the good Lord made me. And it might be crazy, but it ain't no sin. Oh, it ain't no sin. Ain't no sin. Oh, it ain't no sin. Yeah, nice. Okay, did we make goal? I feel like it hasn't been updated in a while, and I feel like we might have made it, but we have to find out from John for sure. We did it! Ha 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 ha! We have done it. We've done it again. You've done it again, my friends. Cool. It's just so cool that you still want to watch these. I'm so stoked on that. We're doing live shows, but not all of you are yet, and so I just love that you still want to look at us on the internet and say stuff to us, and That's really sweet. And send us money. That's even sweeter. We love money. It's so nice to have money instead of not having money. Not having any money, it's not as glamorous as it sounds. So thank you so much for being here and for contributing in any way that you have, including with your earballs. Just putting those on us. We like that too. And we'll see you guys out on the road. Oh, and actually we'll see a lot of you at the after party, which starts in about 35 minutes over on Patreon. There should be a Zoom link. So if you're a new patron, you can go join patreon.com/CarcyBlanton. You join, and then you're going to look at posts. And the most recent post is where you'll find the link to the Zoom. So we'll see you there at the after party, and you can request anything you want, and we'll try to play it. We'll definitely try our best. That's all I can guarantee, but I do guarantee that. And with that, let's play Buck Up for these fine people of the internet. Fabulous. 1, 2, 3. Been lying awake and wondering where it all went wrong. We're running in this human race, but the odds are looking long. So I sat beside my hound dog and I looked into his eyes. I said, what's the use of trying? And to my surprise, he said, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. When it gets bad, that's the way to get it good. So I put my shoes on and I walked out in the street. The papers say we're on the way to starting World War III.
Oh, shit.
So I took the hand of my paper man. I said, what we gonna do? And he just started laughing. He said, I got news for you. You better buck up, baby. Come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining, that's the way to get on good. Swinging, we get hit and we go home singing la la la, like we know we should. We keep on shining, that's the way we get on good. We sing, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. When it gets bad, that's the way we get on good. We keep on shining, honey, that'll get on good. Yeah! Hey! Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you in half an hour over on Patreon on the Zoom after party. Mwah! We love you. See you out in the world pretty soon, we hope.